welcome to the Poetry of Justice show with Jackie Ray Phillips on YikesRadio.com and AccelerateRadio.net. Here on the Poetry of Justice show, this is where social consciousness meets the arts. And what we do is we select topics that spark the interest and awareness of social diversity, ranging from arts, entertainment, and social justice at large, leaving our listeners thinking and saying,
YikesRadio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are the very sultry sounds of my mentor, the Mr. Kevin Nash. And Mr. Kevin Nash is the owner of this proprietorship here at Accelerated Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, I love to take the time to give Kevin Nash his honor and his respect, because if it were not for Kevin Nash and his brainchild, it would be impossible for me to do what I so love to do here on Saturday nights. So much so that this is our 5th year anniversary doing this, ladies and gentlemen, with the Poetry of Justice show. So thank you so very much. And we just appreciate you, Mr. Kevin Nash. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also going to give a very special shout out to my sister, aka Lori G, the benefactor. How you doing, Lori G?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm so excited, Sissy. Thank you so much for being in the house tonight and everything that you do for us here on the Poetry of Justice show, and making sure that the wheels keep turning and that we just keep burning and doing all those exciting things. I also want to give a very special shout out to the legendary Lord Rocker, ladies and gentlemen, and Star and Crescent Castings. So thank you so much for your contributions and what you've done with us here on the Poetry of Justice show. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give a very special shout out to the man who keeps us really, really tight and right. That is Rashid, our amazing engineer. How are you tonight, Rashid?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fantastic today.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much for all your help. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to give a very special shout out to G Babies Catering LLC. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to check out Chef Mac, most notably, on Instagram. That's at G Babies LLC, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to check him out. And then I also want to give a very special shout out to who we call around these parts the Man of Steel, and that's with WMPJ Steelworks Incorporated. Just want to give him a very special shout out. And also to APS Muscle Cars. We thank you so much for your contributions and what you've done with us here on the Poetry of Justice show with Jackie Ray Phillips on YikesRadio.com and AccelerateRadio.net. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our 5th year anniversary with Yikes Radio and Accelerated Radio, and I'm super duper excited, Lord G. How about you?
I'm very, very excited.
You are?
Definitely. It just seems like, wow, came
Right.
really quick.
It kind of did, but then it kind of feels like every lashing is on my back, low key on the real tip. But look, I think we've got some amazing things that are going on tonight. Did you want to do the honors for us tonight and let everybody know?
You should.
You think so?
I do.
But
It's
I
our
always
anniversary.
do it. That's why I want you to do it. It's
Well,
my
we
job.
have a beautiful artist with us tonight who was here, guys, back in January.
I know, oh my God.
Yes.
I know, I'm so excited.
So she's an amazing artist, pianist from Ohio, right?
Wow, I know.
And she's got some music to share with us tonight.
She's so beautiful.
Yes, we have the beautiful and lovely Love Keyyz.
Thank you, gorgeous. How are you tonight, gorgeous?
I'm just ecstatic. I'm happy. I was happy last time I was here,
Yes.
but today I'm really happy.
I know,
I'm
because
just
it's all about you. Remember that time I said, I want you to come back, and you can just
Yes,
come back and just hang
yes,
out with us, and it'll
yes.
just be you and us, and we can just hang out.
And we're here.
I know, I'm so grateful.
So
But you know
excited.
what I want to tell you, though, and all of our listeners, Lloyd, like how you talked about 5 years and what we do, and oh my God, why we do what we do, and just thinking about it, and like the very first shows, and me and Sissy would worry so much about so many different things, right? You know, Lloyd, when we first started out.
Yeah, I think one of our biggest things was content. Do you
Yes.
remember that?
Yes, I
We
do.
wanted to be definitely prepared.
Yes.
We'd have like 19 pages
Yes.
of material for
Yes.
a 1 hour show.
And then this one guy, he would tell us, well, we've been in radio 6 years, but we've been with Mr. Kevin Nash and Accelerated for this 5-year anniversary. And then the first show we used to do at the other little station, it says always the same name, but he goes, you guys come in here with all this work, and you know, we only have 1 hour, and we can only get so much of the information in. But all of that is to say, my honest to God, in my heart, I used to share some with my sister, and sometimes not, because I used to be a worry ward. But I used to worry so much about guests and the early years, Lori, are we gonna find anybody? And what if nobody gonna like the show? And what if it's not gonna be any good? And look how the Lord has blessed us, and the fact that you are here with us right here, right now, tonight, and that you loved us enough to come the first time, and then you love us even more to come back a second time. It's just an honor, and I just want to give Him glory. And I also just want to tell you thank you for your time and blessing us, because you could have gone many other places to do your release, and to know that you thought enough of us to choose us to do something so very precious.
Yeah, it is. Scary too.
That's your work. So how's your energy tonight?
I am a little tired, just from nonstop movement and getting ready, but I am excited and proud. So
yay!
Yes, I'm very excited. Yes. Happy to be here.
That's right. So do you have any questions I want to start straight into the projects, but I know how I get.
No, absolutely. I think we should go straight to the project.
Yes,
let's do it.
Yes, we're gonna let you navigate tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna be here. Me and Rashid and Lori at your disposal.
Okay.
And we're gonna just let you do what you do, and you let us know what you like for us to do, and we'll make it happen for you, gorgeous.
For sure.
So what songs you
goodness.
just tell us? You navigate. Yay.
Yeah. So wow, we're really here. It's May 2022, and the album is officially done. It's ready. It's scheduled for release.
I can't breathe.
The official release date is June 3rd, 2022.
That's a Friday.
It's a Friday, yes. So about 3 weeks
June
from
3rd,
today.
Actually, June 3rd, 2022. What time do they usually drop? What time of day?
It's usually midnight wherever you are. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you know? I mean, why that date? Talk to us.
Well, technically, there's a long story that goes into why I chose the original date. This is a different date, but originally I wanted it to be this actual Friday, yesterday.
Okay.
And that was because that made exactly 1 year that my ex cheated on me. And that was the start of this project coming out. You know what I mean?
So
and
hard
being
and tender,
involved.
right.
Yeah. So I wanted it to be that day, but of course, with time and just everything, I had to push back a couple of weeks. But
May 13th.
yeah,
I think it made just way too much on the Friday. The 13th.
Yeah.
What you think?
Oh, I forgot it was Friday.
See what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah, that was
It was
yeah.
Freaky Jason and
No,
how
we
they
don't
do.
want any bad energy.
Yeah,
on
what's
the
the other
album.
fool name? Jason and them's friends. Michael and all
Michael
them.
Yes.
Myers.
Yeah, all of them.
Yes, there's Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger's, Michael
You know what I'm
Myers.
saying?
All of them,
Pinhead.
all of that.
Yeah,
On one
not
day,
Pinhead,
on that
Pinhead.
day.
He just scared me. That's on Hellraiser, huh? That just took. See, that's like that.
don't want
I think June 3rd is a much
That love it.
better day.
June,
Much
yeah,
better.
yeah.
And it's
like a
fresh,
dead body.
it's a new month and everything,
Woo-hoo!
So yeah, and originally I wanted to drop it around that time, but I chose June 3rd and made it official, and now we're here, and pre-order starts this Friday.
Oh, I can't
and
Okay, tell
Tell
everybody
us how we can pre-order.
right now.
yeah,
How can we
pre-order-
do that?
Yeah, it'll be pre-order on iTunes at I guess about midnight wherever you are. That'll be May 20th. So you can go and you can purchase it. It's going to be $9.99, and then as soon as it comes out on June 3rd, you'll have instant access, and you'll get the music as soon as it drops before everyone else. And I think they do like a instant gratification thing where you get like a track early or something, and that song is actually track number 10, which is Ceilings. So yeah. So it's gonna be exciting. I don't know. I'm so excited.
I know.
It's crazy.
Jeez,
May 20th for pre-order. So
Talk to us a little bit about, and we're going to get into ceilings first, and so we'll start
Okay.
there. But I want to just talk a little bit about your motivations. What are some of the things that just keep you going? That not even keep you going. What's the part of that motor inside of you that fire?
for me, well, especially like over the last couple of months, especially when it's been like, the hardest part of the album and getting ready and stuff, it's been more of just like God and knowing that like I'm waking up every day and I get to do this. Like I'm so blessed in so many ways in my life, and it's like every single day that I wake up, that's another chance, and that should be enough for all of us to be like, all right, I'm gonna try this again, I'm gonna do this again. So for me, it's just been getting that extra chance to try again every day, and other people as well, like just having friends, family support, whether that's physical or just having that support when you need it.
Has the work allowed you to heal from the pain? Has it? Is it still tender?
How do I don't want to say it's still tender. I think it's still tender because I've been working on it and it's been healing for me, but now it's the time where I share it with everyone else. Yeah, where it's like, okay, I've been working on it and it's been helping me. Like it's been my own, not my only way, but my main way of healing. But it's gonna be tender in the beginning because it's like, okay, this is my baby I've been working on and I'm giving my baby to the world. And it's like, you know, I opened up in a bigger way on this album. Like I let it all out. So it's like, it's going to be tender, you know, that first week or so, like letting people hear it. But for me,
what about you rehearing it? That's
it's not tender. Only there's a specific song that really just kind of is hard for me to listen to still. Or two, I would say. One is called 3 Strikes. And that's the song where I pretty much tell you the exact, like, the day when he cheated and everything that happened and what he said, what he did, you know. So that one is kind of tender because, you know, I'm literally telling you everything. And then there's another song called Things Left Unsaid, and it's one of those songs that it's like you come to that realization, like, you know, this can never be. But what if it could? You know, what if we said all the things that we never said, and what if we just try it again? But we all know that it's done. You know what I mean? So those two are kind of like, you know, triggers for me right now. But as a whole, the project is just, I feel relieved. You know, so.
Have you heard from the ex?
Oh no, I blocked him, and I blocked all his family members and stuff.
Good.
So yeah, because
Clean
when
break.
we were living together, so when I was moving out and I was still half in, half out. I was like sleeping at my place, but picking up my stuff in the daytime. He was still texting me, "Oh, you took my knife," or "Oh, you took my soy sauce," or "Oh," like, and it's just like, yeah. And I'm like, I thought you wanted me gone. Like, you hate me so much, and now that I'm no longer there, like, and it just became too much for me. So I was like, when I turn in my keys officially, I have to, you know, dead this whole thing because he will literally just not stop. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't worth it. So I blocked him, his people, and everything, and you know, so we don't really run with the same people at all, so it kind of was easy for me.
That's so good. That's so good.
I couldn't do it.
Clean break. Hello.
Absolutely. You need a
break,
clean break. And now he's just over there kicking himself.
Oh, I hope so, because when he hear this stuff, he gonna really be.
Exactly.
That's good. Yay! Yikes! Exactly.
So now, in putting together your project, what song is your favorite?
I hate this question because it's like all of them. Okay.
Like you can't have a favorite child, so you can't have a favorite song?
Right, exactly. And if you watch like other videos and I say a different song, I choose this answer based on how I feel in that moment. So today, my favorite song on there is the last track, which is called PAN. And I'm going to let everyone use their own guesswork to think of what that can mean. It's a diss track.
I know exactly what that is, girl.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree with you 800% because that's
And
all
they're
what
all-
it boils down to.
And they're all 3 curse words, so that kind of gives you a lead on what that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was right.
You were right. So
I was
if
right.
you're
I was
thinking
right. I
it,
was
you're
right.
probably right.
Yeah, that's it, girl.
That's my favorite song because it's just like, I don't know. It was just my moment to kind of like talk my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, because it was such a clean break. I didn't like fight him about it. I didn't do the whole social media thing. I did nothing. I just kind of was like, all right, like I got to take this L and move on. And so that was my song where it was just like, I'm gonna get a little disrespectful and so we get a little disrespectful and we get a little aggressive, but it's so funny because it's one of those tracks that you think is just gonna be like I'm not like screaming, I'm not, I'm just literally like talk singing, whatever you want to call it. So it's just a very subtle disrespectful track. Subtle disrespect.
Very monotone. Very straightforward.
Yeah, it's like if you were to just close your eyes, it's like, oh, okay. But then you like, did she just say?
Oh, Rashi, we gotta play that.
I don't think we have that. I don't think we have access to that, do we?
That's
No,
it.
we
Oh, we gotta
don't.
wait
We-
till next week. Shit, I forgot. No,
Gotta
that
wait
one?
to the
June
3rd.
3rd.
To the 3rd.
June 3rd.
That one,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
die.
leave some suspense on that one in particular, just because it's so like
Intense. Huh?
it's just gonna catch you off guard. Like it's just one of those. I'm gonna leave it at that. But that is my favorite track today. So
Yay.
it's the final track. PAN.
All I can say, guys, is sign up for your pre-order.
I know.
You know, when you were here last time, I told
It's
you
Apple
you are
Music.
the Adele in the Rising.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to listen to
amazing.
some of this music. Your
Yes,
voice
Thank you.
is unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah, she's
Unbelievable.
definitely a huge influence. Her and Alicia Keys, just you know, because piano is my heart.
Can you
So it's
remind
like-
us how old you were when you began your piano journey?
I was about 15, so it's been about 10 years.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah, I learned on YouTube and yeah, I was like, okay, I like this. And I would learn little like songs on YouTube. And then I did go to music school a couple years ago, and that kind of helped propel everything. But yeah, I was self-taught originally.
The
so.
school of YouTube.
right.
Yeah, YouTube University.
what I'm saying
It's
about-
free and it's helpful and it's I just used
And
to watch
successful,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, it really can help. You
It
know,
helps with programming. It helps with math. It helps with everything.
everything, literally
for sure,
stocks, like
And it helps with
cleaning
playing
stuff,
piano.
like you know, it's like oh, how do I do this? How do I cook this? Like everything.
How do I ditch somebody? You know what I mean?
Right, like they have all the tutorials.
I'm
that
sure
you need.
it's on YouTube.
I think so for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How about ceilings, Rashid?
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Do I look like a fool to you, my baby? I spent too many years in fear of you, so maybe I do. I'm full of rage, I wanna lash out. I've been more than patient, so you're scared now. This is for all of the times that you tore me down. Turn myself on and I'm guilty. I don't even regret my feelings. I don't need a lawyer, sir. It was me, it was me, it was me. I can't take it no more, I'm crazy. They ain't gotta bail me out, I'm staying. 'Cause hurting you just saved my life. The ceiling's gonna fall tonight, and I ain't gonna be with you. So tell me where you draw the line of all of the things you put me through. The ceiling's gonna fall tonight, and you don't get another chance. Forgiveness is a gift from God, so pray that He'll make you a better man. You don't get to say that I overreacted, 'cause everything that you did to me was slowly breaking me. Looking in your eyes, you were ready to kill in the name of love. But this ain't love, you can't convince me. So if this is the end, I gotta save me. Turn myself on and I'm guilty. I don't even regret my feelings. I don't need a lawyer, sir. It was me, it was me, it was me. I can't take it no more, I'm crazy. They ain't gotta bail me out, I'm staying. 'Cause hurting you just saved my life. The ceiling's gonna fall tonight, and I ain't gonna deal with you. So tell me where you draw the line of all of the things you put me through. The ceiling's gonna fall tonight, and you don't get another chance. Forgiveness is a gift from God, so pray that He'll make you a better man. Tell me how does it feel now? You're on the ground, you won't make it out, no.
Incredible.
I have a question for the panel. What relationships and pain can create such beautiful music? Just throughout time. What do you all think about that? What do you think, Laura? I see this look on your face.
I'm just thinking about relationship and pains. I mean,
Look how beautiful came from that.
yeah. Yeah.
She goes, I don't even need no lawyer because I'm staying. Because I'm glad because I fucked your ass up.
Exactly. Turn me in. I'm here.
What can be really beautiful is that it's your authentic truth, right?
Yeah.
Right, Love Keys? It's your truth.
Yes.
And I believe that
This saved
there's
my
always
life.
beauty in
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah. I love that song. That was like one of my favorite writing exercises because it's like, I can't burn the house down because I don't want to go to jail in real life.
See what I'm saying?
So let me make this song of this person who did it for me. And yeah, I got to live through her. So got to live through her for a moment.
Okay, I have another
Absolutely.
question for Miss Lori Fisher, Miss Psych on the panel. Now, does that has nothing to do with multiple personalities, right? That's just you allowing to live vicariously through this imaginative character, right? For writing,
Yeah, that's
and
no
scripting
no
purposes.
different than playwriting, right?
That's right,
Or
exactly.
script writing. You develop a character that takes on, and I think sometimes when you're the author, and I'm sure with your music, there's a piece of you, an authentic piece of you in each one of those
Right, yeah,
characters,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what make
Like
that's what I
burn,
think-
baby, burn, disco inferno. You know what I mean? And you like burn.
Well, that's what brings
baby,
depth
burn.
to your characters, right? I think that's what brings depth to your music.
Yeah,
is because
absolutely.
it's a piece of truth, you know, and we can speak very passionately about what we know,
Right.
right?
But
of
see,
what we
then
know.
the only issue it could be is for those people who, you know, when you watch like crime shows and then when you're in court like 20 years later, then they want to pull up a video or some shit that you wrote when you was,
Well, you
wrote
said-
this song, bitch. What? You know what I mean? So that's I know.
I mean, they're doing that right now.
For- that's
with-
my point.
I know.
With Young Thug.
Yeah.
With
You shut the door.
with Rico. Yeah, in fact, they're quoting
Yeah, they will use
his
it against you.
lyrics about his quote unquote actions and what he's quote unquote done, and they're using that against him in court right now.
Yeah. It's just a character.
Yes, exactly right.
Put that out there in the
But
universe.
disclaimer: this is not real, people.
Okay, this is
Exactly.
not real.
This is not
So.
This is make believe. Sasha Fierce.
But that's true though. That's true.
No, that was just me being super duper dramatic. But no, on the real, I think I love it. I absolutely, because it makes
Love
me
it.
think about when you're a little kid and you're writing your stories. I think about
Yeah.
that. It's very dreaming, and I love the colors. I love the piano, and I love the color scheme and what you're wearing.
Thank you.
And just the way in which you deliver is what, for me, is so much more captivating. I don't know. What do you think, Lord G?
Absolutely. I mean, and I think that
That has stuck
you
in my
said it's
mind since I've met you.
Yeah, I know.
You've never left my mind. You've always been right here with me because you was always right there.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome so
I
much.
love that. Thank you.
Yeah, because your voice is incredible, and I think when you don't have to have all the gimmicks, right, that
right.
distract you or distract the listener, right?
Right,
It's
right.
that I'm telling you, lady, you got it. You got
And
it.
I think about Ricky.
You got it. You're gonna win that Grammy for new and up and coming
I
artists.
hope so. I really hope so because the music is it's just great, you know,
amazing.
and it's also authentic, which makes it even more powerful, you know.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited. I'm just so excited. It's just I can't wait, you know, for people to see the full scape of, you know, the whole story, basically. Like, you know, I've talked about things and I put pieces out there and I put out a single and I gave this video, and it's like you get to hear the story in full from top to bottom.
And when
Like,
did you know you wanted to move forward in this direction with regards to your dreams and desires?
for this album or just
Yeah,
in
for the album.
For this, it was tough because this actually originally started as an EP. So it started as just like what, 4 or 5 song kind of project.
Okay.
And it was supposed to come out last March in 2021, and you know, things kept happening. The engineer was like, he dropped out of the project. Like, I paid him and he dropped out. And I kept praying. I'm like, God, like, if it's not supposed to happen right now, like, I won't do it. And then I kept getting signs, and I'm like, you know what, I gotta listen to this. And lo and behold, that's when I found out he cheated. So it was like the story wasn't done being written, because it was an EP about love. There was no hate, there was no all the ceilings,
The
you know,
other side
there
of
wasn't
it.
that. So
There
it was
wasn't.
like, it was kind of like, I guess, a way to save, you know, face or whatever, because the story wasn't done being written. And that was back in May when I found out, and I dropped the project for like a while, like,
Yeah.
and then my last semester of school was in September, and then, you know, just where I was in music school, so I'm working on more music, and then that's when it was just like, you know, I deserve to share this with the world. Like,
Yes.
even though I can't relate to it now, there was so much of my personal growth that was being displayed. So it's
Yes.
like, I can't just,
Sit on that.
yeah, I just can't just let it go. So it was kind of like maybe 5-6 months later, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna tell the whole story, you know what I mean? And I just literally worked for months and months and months trying to finish it, and here we are. So
Wow, because you were doing the lyrics, you're doing all the writing, you're doing
So
everything.
you wrote all the songs on the album?
yes, so every single song on the album is written by me 100%. And then as far as production, they were all written by me, like based on like little piano chords and stuff at home. And then I joined with some of my favorite pianists, 2 guys. One is Jordan Jackson, the other is Antoine Franklin, just to kind of bring their element of, you know, musicianship into it. And then the engineer I worked with, Wase, he actually did a couple of tracks on there for me. So I joined with those 3 as far as production. But yeah, everything is 100% written by me, simply because it's like, you know, I could have had writers and everything, but this was so, it was too close and too important to me, and I'm like, I need to tell this as authentically as I can. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's about you.
yeah, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna write it, you know, y'all can add the piano, more piano and stuff like that. And yeah,
How do you feel when you hear it? When you hear it the first time?
like in full, when I first heard, I was proud, because for me, I'm like very hard to please, and I was like, you know, I'm not gonna like it. But when I finally heard it, like for the first time, mixed and mastered, I was just like, this is good. Like, you know, I appreciate the story, I appreciate the musicianship, the growth. Like, this video is great, but hearing this, the official song is just like, the growth is incredible, the harmonies, the you know, like I spent so much time in lessons and everything for it. So it's like, hearing it is just like, wow, like I'm impressed, Keyyz.
Go, girl.
Yeah, so I'm
myself
very
on the
proud.
back.
I'm just proud. That just sums it up.
You're very driven. Very, very driven.
I am.
Yeah.
I love it. You know, I love being able to share, you know, in music form, and not only to heal myself but other people. Like, you know, it's really cool to be able to say something that other people can't say, you know what I mean? And they're like, you know, I needed to hear that, and I, you know, like I couldn't articulate that myself, and they're like, you hit it on the head, you know.
Yes.
So
I like being like a voice to the voiceless,
yeah,
if you
exactly,
will. You
exactly.
know what I mean?
Yes.
And being able to speak out, that is just so wonderful.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my questions is what do you want your listeners to take away
Yeah, that's a great
when
question.
they hear it?
I think the main thing I want people to take away from it is that love is real. Love exists. The love that you imagine exists, and you can have it. And even though I have like this side A, side B thing going on, where you experience this unbelievable love that you never thought you would have in your lifetime, and then it ends, that's not to say that love is bad or anything like that. You know, we don't always get the fairy tale that we, you know, imagine, but that doesn't mean that love doesn't exist. And I hope that people can understand that, and understand that if you do end up going through it as I did, you can heal from it, and you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be ready to love again. Like, it's a give and take kind of thing. So it's just like, I just want people to know that love exists, and, you know, good things happen to, bad things happen to good people, and it's just unfortunate, but that doesn't change who you are, what you deserve, or anything. Like, it'll come back around again, you know, in different forms. Maybe it may not be that husband or wife that you imagine. It may be a great friendship or something, but it exists. And love, you know, my song Life Worth Living, like, love literally taught me that life is worth living, whether that's a relationship, a friend, anything. Like, we need love to keep going. So no matter what it comes with, it's still a beautiful thing, and it still exists, and you know, you gotta have it. So
What do you? Go ahead, Lord.
Oh no, I was just going to say my sister and I were talking, I think it was yesterday, about oftentimes people don't put a focus or attention on the struggle or the journey that an individual takes to reach a particular achievement, right?
Oh, yes.
They just look at you and say, "Oh, Keyyz just woke up. She lucky."
Yeah, and
You
this
know,
album
it's
is
not
done
about
and
luck,
yeah.
right?
Right.
Can you share with our listeners a bit of your hard work and your struggle and your journey?
Thank you. Oh my good. Like
Yes.
nobody ever asks that or says anything about it. It's like you just cry and work hard for months, and then they're like, "Here you go. This is my baby." Wow. I mean, where do I start? Like I said, I was in music school when I started this originally, and like I said, I came out, or not out, but came up with the EP and everything, and just that alone, just having these private lessons and having, these people help coach me to kind of find my, authentic, artistry. That was a struggle alone, and to have something so beautiful, to be in love, like I was like, anybody that knows me knows how in love I was. Like I was public about it when I'm a private person. He met my family. Like we lived together. I've never done that before, And it's like to have that and literally wake up one day and your world comes crashing down, and then to have to, first of all, try to survive that. I'm waking up next to a person that hates me every day. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I have to understand. Why in the hell is he hating you and he's the one fucking up?
I don't. A lot of it was guilt because.
He tried to flip the script. You know how they do. Don't let him with the flipping or the scripting.
Let me say that when I caught him
That's crazy.
cheating, his immediate reaction was to say, "Oh, well, I never liked you anyway, and you gained weight, and I stopped
here we go
liking
with the
you.
bullshit.
And I know that when you're in the studio,
lying.
you're actually not in the studio,
Yeah.
and I know that you've been cheating on me. You
Yeah.
ain't been loyal to me, and
Yeah.
I'm y'all. When I say there is no exaggeration, when I say this man verbally abused me for hours after I found out."
Yeah,
Hours.
to break you down, so you
To
can
break-
deflect.
That's
so
called
you
a
won't be fucking with
deflection.
him.
And
Right.
then
Yeah,
I'm
that's
still
a
in therapy
deflection.
till this day. I'm like
That's why
literally
he's this.
like. That is why he is a PAN. Okay, like, but yeah, he flipped the script, and then like I said, the PAN. Okay, if you don't know what that means, you're gonna find out. But I know you know what it means.
Exactly.
But like that was his immediate reaction to literally just. I'm talking about everything under the sun. I'm talking about he was pulling things that I'm like, are you done? Like, where'd you get that one from? That was
Yeah,
interesting.
right.
Okay, you know.
Okay,
what
I
mean?
just got to say this. Beautiful. Just as an older woman to a younger one. Okay. That shit is tactical.
It is, but I didn't know that in that moment.
Right. So I just want you to know from this point forward,
Yes.
that shit is tactical, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not just putting it on men. I think
it could go either
people,
way.
Yeah,
it
either
could be
way,
people.
yeah, for sure.
They
Yeah.
try to deflect, and then
Yeah.
they start pulling things out that they want to accuse you of because they want to divert the attention
it's
to
like,
your
no.
mess up, right? Not
Yeah,
there.
because it was just too hard for him to hear. Because I'm like, what happened was that like when I found out, I cried. You know what I mean? Like I'm hysterical. I'm like, this is the love of my life, and then I find out, like this, and then like I said, he just straight went into it, and I'm on the phone with my best friend, and like literally for hours I'm like just letting her listen. I'm like, he's talking to me, I'm over on the other side of the room. He hated to hear me say I call him cheating, and he's, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I was like, oh, F you and da-da-da. Like I'm literally just telling her what happened, like, you know what I'm saying? And his reaction, and I'm talking about weeks and months on end, like literally, because we were still in the lease together, and I was trying to get my place and everything. And every day I woke up, so I brought that up because that was part of the hard work and part of the, you know what I'm saying, because I'm trying to actively heal and move on and keep my sanity, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then I'm trying to, I found out this, it's like my last semester of school. I'm trying to stay focused. Yeah, and I'm like, all of this stuff going on, and then I'm trying to find a place to live now, and all of
breathe.
this. Yeah, and I'm just like, all of that, went into it, and like I said, and graduating and everything, and just, it was just nonstop, just things that I had just kept coming, my way. And that was like the bulk of it, just dealing with that verbal abuse every day until I left. Like literally it only stopped because I blocked him. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like you're texting me, I moved out, and you're texting me like, yeah, you used some of my aluminum foil.
He just couldn't let it go.
And I'm just like, you would have thought that I was the one that cheated.
Girl, that's what he
was
wanted to do.
That's what he. That's
And it worked. And it worked.
That's the goal.
It worked. It really worked.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest part for me, because even to this day, a year later, with therapy and with, loving myself, I still, sometimes a man will say something to me and I'm like, well, I mean, you did like cheat, but like, is it my fault? Maybe if I would have came back at, you know what I'm saying?
Stop
like,
right there. No.
It don't have you questioning anything. Like a man could say something so out of line to me, and I'm like, well, maybe if I wouldn't. And it's like, no, like I'm trying to break that mindset because it worked on me.
That's called irrational thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
it's
worked,
okay.
He caught you off guard. He caught you off guard. He caught you off guard.
And it's like, I know better now, but like,
but you did, that was a part of this. We wouldn't have this beautiful album.
I know. And like, it's so funny. Like, I was going through my phone the other day, and like, I have like over 100 voice memos of just like, me at the piano, just like trying to vent and trying to get it out, because it was hard for me to write in the beginning. Part of it took me to move out and be out of that house to actually write about it. But I'm like, dang, I got all these sad little melodies and songs and stuff, but it took a lot. But just lots of healing, lots of therapy, lots of learning myself again. And and I was also finding myself as an artist too, so it's like there was just a lot going on. But that is some of the things that some of the hard work.
How do you think you've grown through this process?
I've grown in a lot of ways. Personally, I've grown a lot because when I was finally able to kind of have some clarity and some sanity from it all, I just learned a lot about myself. Like, not necessarily in a bad way. People think like, oh, it's a breakup and it's but it's like, I learned a lot. I learned what I wanted. I learned that I didn't have boundaries. That was like the main thing that I learned. I'm like, I didn't have strong boundaries at all. And I literally look back and I'm like, oh, if you had stronger boundaries, some of these things could have been prevented. But it's like,
talk to me about boundaries.
What do you mean?
Standing my ground.
Okay.
Sacrificing when, like, because I'm all for compromising and everything. You got to do that. But like, I think that I was too loose in my where I stood in things. It's like, yeah, this is how I feel about it, but if you tell me this is what you want, well, I want to make sure everybody's happy, and I want to make sure everybody else feels, even if it's about me, I still want to make sure everybody else is good. So I was not firm on where I stood in a lot of things, and I was like, easily swayed, and it's just like, some of that is like, I love you and I want you to be happy, but looking back, I'm like, some of that was just like me just seeing past a red flag, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just had to learn.
Yeah, I mean, I think we do that, right? And
when you love somebody,
we think we think that's compromise, and I think as women, oftentimes we bend a lot more. But I think exactly what you said, taking those times to set those boundaries and determining what it is that you need to be okay.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And remembering that a relationship is a partnership.
It is.
And just how you're bending to make sure your partner's good. If your partner cares for you the same way, they're doing the same thing, right?
That's true.
Right. Instead of just taking and sitting back and watching
the effects.
Bend, right?
Yeah. I was just too willing to, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
But the wildest part for me, I don't know. Is how does it just happens?
Yeah.
It's nothing you could prevent. It's nothing that the lady could have done wrong or worn differently or an extra 7 pounds lighter.
Right.
It's so not about that, Lori.
Yeah.
It's about these people and their own.
No, it's not about you. It's not about the person. It's about the partner.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's them who are manipulating that relationship.
Yeah.
Because we got to remember that things are reciprocal in a relationship, and you if you're really looking after the needs and supporting, and you're in tune and you're connected, your partner will be doing that same level of in tune and connecting. But what I've noticed, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, women, we rationalize. We see shit ain't right. We see it. We know that our need isn't being met.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we rationalize it. Oh, they had a hard work day, right? Oh, they got some family problems. Oh, their finances aren't right. We put we put labels on it to rationalize that behavior away. And before you know it, and my sister, she's like, wow, Lori, is that true? And sometimes we have to take some of that accountability.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we are creating the monster, right?
Yep.
I mean, when you
Yeah.
think about classical conditioning,
I'm so glad you left. I
101.
put that right there. Because you let that fool do that Bull Jones one time, and he straight out the rip became a P-A-N, and you got an album out the deal. So
Okay, a great album.
absolutely.
Yeah.
a bestseller.
Girl power. Woo!
Yep.
Shaka. So the next, hold up, straight real, Lori. The next time the energy's coming and tell you all that weird junk,
Yeah.
take it from an older chick. You got out the game. You didn't even let the game start.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you saw that buffoonery,
Yep.
you took the high road.
Yeah. And if for me,
You know what I mean? Because it could have went a different way, Lori.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I was going to say. That happens, and so we begin to condition that abuser,
Yeah.
right? That their behavior is not abuse. That we set that as the baseline for our relationship.
Exactly.
And they begin to convince themselves that they're behaving the way you want and need them to.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And I mean, like, I let a few tiny things slide, and I guess I probably shouldn't say tiny, because now I'm thinking back and I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. But like, the part for me that made me really take the high road was the fact that you did, because I've never been cheated on. So I'm like, or to my knowledge, and I'm
Right,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, like, do people work it out?
Like,
Do
what
we
to do?
talk?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like, what are we supposed to do right now?
They
I'm
call
like,
Dr. Phil. What the fuck?
like, do we go have a sit down? Yeah, like, do we call your mom? Like, I don't know. So in that moment, I'm like, all right, damn. But for me, it was the fact that your immediate response was to break me down and blame me. And I'm talking about hours. I literally remember it was like 3 hours. He did not stop just yelling. I'm talking the meanest things to me. So when you did that, disrespect is where I draw the line. Like, cheating is disrespect, but verbal and
it's just
physical
too much.
disrespect
It's too
is
much.
like,
It's
you've
too
already
much.
shown me. Like, I didn't get a sorry. I didn't get a, oh, this and oh, that. It was just like, yeah, I don't care, and I never liked you anyway, and blah, 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 and you're this and you're that. And it's just like, you've already revealed to me who you are. I can't
You can't undo it.
I can't undo that. I can undo you being mad and saying, oh, like, I ain't care anyway. But you went further
You
by
might go
saying,
like gutter with the bull jump.
Yeah,
You gonna
it's just
try to
like
go
you
below
start-
the belt, going below the belt.
yeah, and then
shit.
like saying things
Yeah.
that you knew would hurt me, like coming from my insecurities and
That's what I'm
stuff
saying.
like
Go
that.
below
And
the
it's
belt.
just
Go
like,
below the
you were
belt.
the same person that said, oh, I love that about you, and then now that you're mad,
boom.
you're like, oh yeah, that weight that you gained, yeah, I hate that, and you're fat and you're ugly, and I'm like, this is the same man that said he loved this little happy weight. I said, okay, like, you know, so I can't, that's where I draw the line, because you've already revealed to me who you really are. I knew you were a little insecure, but now I know who you really are. I can't take you back.
But you know what? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because
so
you
many
are
people don't do
believing
that.
him when he showed himself to you.
Yeah, I had to, man.
Right, and lots of
I
women
had
do.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, believe them.
I had
The first
to.
time
Listeners,
Yeah.
believe them when they show you the first time.
Don't stop.
Right?
He showed
'Cause
me
it doesn't
before, though. He
stop.
showed me before. I gotta be honest. Like I said, there are things I let slide, but you know, in that moment, it was like, okay, you went too far with it. Like before, it was just like one thing. I'm like, okay, you were mad. I'm gonna let that slide, but. You just went for everything that you could, things that didn't make sense. I'm talking about he was making up things like, oh, you in the studio, I know that you be messing with them producers. I'm like, you was in the studio with me. What you talking about? Like, oh, when you was in Atlanta with your producer, I know that you was doing it to him. I'm like, bro, like, relax. Like, that is too far, bro. I'm like, It's just no.
pulling anything out.
Yeah,
just
like he was
anything.
saying anything like, "Oh, when I first met you, I didn't." And I'm like, "Okay, you can say what you want, but I do know one thing, and that's you was crazy about me when you met me. Like you was crazy. You was doing anything and everything, and that's why I got with him. Obviously, because he applied the pressure in that way. But I'm like, don't act like."
Yeah.
Don't act like I ain't
just got
do
too
anything
secure.
for you. Exactly. So, just glad that that's over and
Absolutely. You're on to
album's
brighter,
gonna
better
speak
things.
for itself. Yeah. So I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Me too. Anyway, I just thinking like I can't wait. He gonna be so molded when your stuff come
Oh,
out
yeah.
and you
He's
go
so yesterday.
quadruple platinum. He gonna be looking so stupid.
He's gonna be a little sick, and that's okay. I want him to be. I
That's
hope
the
so.
point.
I hope he
he pass out. I hope he have a stomach ache, vomit, all of it.
I hope he try to call everything. I hope he try to find me. I don't care. Do what you gotta do, because I'm gonna just sit back and laugh in #1 album on the charts.
Absolutely.
Best-selling album, R&B album. I can't wait. Yeah,
Thank you, Pan.
Thank you. Because man, I'ma just hit y'all up when they come out and be like, what y'all think? What you think?
I can't wait.
We gotta have you back.
That song?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Come back and we can go in song by song.
That's fair.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be real fun. Huh?
Like when you do projects, every project leaves you with challenges, right? And we overcome those challenges for a beautiful product like your album that's coming out. When you look at the songs that you worked on, which were there any that provided you with challenges, or was this album really easy to crank out?
It was more on the easier side. The difficult part was more of the not being healed from it and still trying to share the story. But I think musically, a lot of it was a challenge for me, because there are maybe, I don't know how many off rip, but because all of them were co-produced by me.
Okay.
But there were about 3, I think, that were fully produced by me. So those did impose a lot of challenges, because it's like, I'm really stepping into that element of my producer self and trying to, make it just what I want it to be. So I think those songs really challenged me in that way, because I'm writer and I am producer, and I'm like trying to join these two things together and like still tell my story. So that was probably the most difficult part, but other than that, it was a fairly easier album to crank out. Like I said, it was just that emotional part that was, I'm like, there were songs I didn't touch for months when I could have been done with the album recording it. I just couldn't finish that verse, and I couldn't say, you know what I'm, because it's like I said, it was an EP at first, and it was just the love song. So really finishing the album was all the bad stuff. So even when I started being in that self-love moment and those healing moments, and I'm like, I gotta talk about this again, and I'm here. So it was like, that was really difficult to like not
Revisit.
tap back, just like revisit those,
That trauma.
that trauma,
On the real.
because it's like I want to tell this story as authentically and as transparent as possible. So it's like, for me to do that, I really gotta you know what I'm saying,
there.
and I'm thinking to myself like, this man really said that to me, and he did this, and I'm like, to repeat that out loud, it's just, it's hard, but that was the big challenge for me. It's just that emotional part. It's like I gotta, it's like going back into that old wound. Like, all right, I gotta say this again, relive this moment, because it's still, every time I write about it and sing about it, whatever part of it is, I'm reliving it, because it was a real experience that I kind of blocked out. So it's like every time I'm working on the song, it's like, all right, boom, I got to go back into that moment, because I remember that day like it's the most clear day ever, and I have a bad memory. So it's like, for me to have to keep revisiting that is just, it's hard, because I don't believe any of the things he said, but when I repeat them or like rehear them in my head, it still hurts. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Because it's just like and I have a song called that, words do hurt, because we say words don't hurt,
But they do.
but we use words to build each other up. Like, oh, I love your show, and how can we take that?
Right.
But you can't. Oh, I can't be mad if you say I hate your show. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Words do hurt, and it's like when I hear those words and like go back into that moment, it's just like, how could you be the same person that built me up, but you just broke me all the way down? So
That's so true.
yeah.
I know. What are you thinking, Lori? It's such a journey, though.
And
It
Lord.
is.
So
It
real.
is. It is. But
But they're bright, beautiful things that are ahead.
yeah,
right?
for sure.
Definitely.
And I'm just, like I said, it was a learning process. You know, it's as gruesome as it was, there was so much that I learned about myself. Like, I'm like, I was tripping. What was I doing with you? Like, I know, and you know what I'm saying? Like, all the boundaries, all of those things. And it's like, the clarity that I have now is so unreal. Like, I see through bullshit now. I'm like, oh, you... okay, I know that ain't genuine. I know that, you know, that's not what I want. Like, now I can look at things and be like, yeah, that's cool, but is that what I need and what I want right now? And I can make that decision versus it's just being cool. And I'm like, I'm gonna just go with it. Like, no, I know what I need and what I require now. So it's just a whole, I don't know, it's a different experience. So
Right.
the clarity is unmatched now. It really is. Like, I'm happy. I'm clear. I'm at peace.
That sounds good.
That's good.
Yeah, because
Now, if you had to sit your younger self down in a
Yes.
chair across the table, what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell her to trust her gut and her intuition and the things that she believes, even when it doesn't make sense. Because I have realized, like, a lot of the mistakes that I've made in my life came from me questioning my own judgment. It's like I would have a stance and I'm like, all right, this is how I feel, or this is what I want to do, and then I'll let one person be like, you know, like, for example, with school, music school, I didn't go to music school out of high school because, oh, musicians don't make money, that's not a real job, that's, you know, you need to get a real job. So I didn't do that, only to drop out of college immediately. But now 6 years later I have a music degree and I'm flourishing, you know what I mean? So it's like, don't, if you feel something, even if there's no like real logic behind it, that's how you feel, stand on it. Don't let someone else's opinion or someone else's, you know, the things they didn't do, let them change how you feel. Like, if that's what you want to do it. If it don't work, it don't work. But don't just like not do it because somebody said, oh, like, yeah, don't go to music school, that's not a real job. And look at me now, with multiple degrees in music, coming out with an album, being able to study in LA with like the finest coaches, you know what I mean? So it's like, no, don't listen to anybody if you have a strong opinion on something. Like, go for it. Like, you have nothing to lose, you know.
Yeah, it just might.
Unless you just don't do it, then you got
It
everything.
just
to
might
lose.
work.
Yeah,
Because if you don't move forward, we won't know. You
Yeah.
have to give it a shot.
Yeah, you just gotta try it, like, you know. And it's not supposed to make sense to everybody. Like, my plan and my dream is not gonna make sense to everybody that I tell it to, because it's not their dream.
It's not theirs.
Like, it's not theirs. How can they understand when they are not living in my shoes? And some people don't even have the same aspirations and the same will that you do to even dream of something like that. So they're like, oh, you want to do that with your life? Oh no, I think you should get a job and you should do this and you should have a family and do that. No, if you want to do something, go for it. Like, what you gotta lose?
I know.
Just
That
do
is
it.
very true.
It's so empowering. I love your story. It just,
you.
yeah, it resonates on so many levels, and I know that the listeners are going to all be able to receive something
Yes,
from this
something
very
for
tender piece of work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime you go inside yourself and bring to people, it takes a lot.
It does.
You know,
It really
to go
does.
inside yourself and like, hey, this is what I feel. This is what's going on with me. You know, right now.
But there's something to take from everything, you know, from there. So it'll be good.
I think the bigger part is the healing.
Yes.
You know, and I can finally, you know, but then sometimes it's like how you say you start writing. I know I'm so guilty of it. I'll start writing and then you're like, it just hurts so bad.
I don't want to do that. Yeah.
Just leave that box right there.
And you push it away and then you don't come back to it, but you got to come back to it. You know, you have to face it. You know, I did the hard work, you know, I did the healing, and that was the first time I could say that. Like, I did the hard work, I did the therapy, I did the, you know, learning myself again. And it's hard. It's really hard. But when you do it, it's, you just like unlock a part of yourself that you had no idea
That you could even do.
Yeah. And it's worth it. It's so worth it.
I think you're right. You know what I mean? You just kind of got to go for it, sister. You just got to jump in there. and
You
do it.
absolutely do.
Yeah.
Which brings me to a question. I know in entertainment, right? You talk about going to music school, but oftentimes people don't have to go to school.
Yeah.
Where do you stand between formal music training versus just kind of getting out there and going with God's gift?
Yeah, I think I have a great stance on it since I had both sides. Like I started as a self-taught artist, and I did that for a while, and then I did go to school and I got to see what the more formal training is like. But I feel like just in music, but just in anything, it's a continuous journey. There's always learning to be done. So I think that it's about whatever works for you, but not to completely push away the other side. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're, into the formal thing, don't be scared to actually try to teach yourself some things and do it on your own. Or if you are doing it on your own, don't be scared to take a class or take a lesson. I just feel like, it's always good to see both sides. You don't have to do it. Like I never thought that I would go to music school. It was a choice. It wasn't a requirement, but it made me grow. Being self-taught, I kept hitting a wall. So it was like that wall that I kept hitting is because I'm teaching myself. If I go out to someone else, they can offer a perspective that I don't see or don't have. So I just see both sides. I think you should do whatever is best for you. I did school mostly because it was, free. I had a scholarship, full ride. So it was like, do I want to pay for lessons or go to school and do it free and study with the same people? You know what I mean? So I see both sides. Whatever works for you, but don't be too scared to, try either one or do both, It's all good. Learning never stops. So you need as much information as you can get, whether it's formal or informal. So
how do you feel about that, Miss Lori G? I think you maybe should just let Miss Keyyz know what you do during the weekdays. Who you are.
Well, I'm an educator. I work at a university, and I work in the School of Dramatic Arts, and I serve as the vice dean there. So I think I have to say, education is key. But what I do say is exactly. I agree with your sentiment, right? That in my opinion, education is personal, right? And you shouldn't be going for this person or that person. You have to be going for yourself, or you have to not be going because it doesn't live inside of you, right? And so I think you will, in your journey, get to a point in your craft where you need to fine-tune it, right? You need to be able to take it to the next level.
Exactly.
That doesn't have to be formal university.
Right.
That could be private coaching, right? Or individual instruction or private voice training. But I do think that if we're going to keep growing in our art, growing in our craft, we have to keep raising that bar and pushing ourselves toward that. Definitely.
And it's always good to have a degree or a certificate. You know what I mean? Like I went to a very prestigious high school, so they drilled that into us. You get a degree and all of that stuff, but it's like you said, education is key. You can go much farther with that. So I definitely, like I said, I see both sides, but, and I'm probably going back. I can't speak too much on it right now because I don't know, but I have a couple offers to get another degree. So I might be going back.
Do
but
some things. That's great.
I'm very excited.
Where did you go to school?
I went to LA City College in East Hollywood. So I went there as a 2-year program and thinking about getting my bachelor's at I'm picking between 2 private schools here in LA, 2 very amazing
one
schools.
is called the Thornton School of Music.
Shut up.
They just sent me my hoodie and my acceptance and everything.
Lori!
I work at USC.
Oh my God!
Welcome to the family.
Wow!
All right.
I got that hoodie. I was like, USC. What's the It was a package. I said, y'all outdoing the other schools. Okay. So
all right, now there you go.
Lori, I
knew it.
I'm
was
not
like,
gonna
I've
say
got to
anything.
meet her. You've got to meet Phil.
Lori, you gonna take care of her now?
I will definitely take care of you.
Oh, you in great hands, sweetheart. Lori's been with that university over 30 plus years.
Oh my goodness.
Helping beautiful
So
people through.
so stay tuned, guys. We'll see where where it
It's
falls.
going straight to the
but-
top.
It's going straight to the top.
I'm
telling you.
Ain't nothing but a word
Absolutely.
now.
I mean, the fact that I got accepted is just
Praise be to God.
it's an honor,
Amen.
really.
You are incredibly talented.
Thank you.
the USC gonna turn you out, Mama. It's over.
That's
my
only
God.
the first step.
This is
That's
a
the
wrap,
first
girl.
step.
Yeah.
it's
You're going
just-
to the moon.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm excited. So
excited,
we'll see about that. Hopefully, I have some even better news next time as far as school. So just trying to see which scholarship is better.
Direction you going in.
Uh-huh. But yeah, so that's on the horizon. So yeah, I'm all for education.
Well, we can
okay?
beat Berkeley School of Music. So whatever they're talking about,
Yeah, Lori gonna
you
make
give me a call.
I'm gonna call you.
Well,
I'm
she
gonna call
did.
And it's
She's
not
the
as
best
cold
at it.
here as it is at Berkeley
Yeah,
School of
it's
Music.
pretty cold. But you don't want to go up there. You won't be able to come hang with us.
you. Yeah.
Lori, take
I love that. I
over
love
to
this.
the faculty club. Lori, you got to start. Come on,
Thornton
do
is
it.
the
Yeah.
way to go.
I love this so much. Yeah, so got my
That
eye
is
on
just
it.
wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great.
Thank you. It's an honor. So.
See, God is an awesome guy.
He definitely is.
Yes.
Because I've been pressing her a lot lately to talk to people and let individuals know
Yes.
who
I don't
she
talk a lot
is
about what
beyond this station here.
Look at God.
and
That is
everything that
so-
she has done for so many people.
I just got it yesterday, my hoodie. So
All
yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna wear this. I don't care if I
You better wear it.
I'm gonna
You
wear
better
it everywhere.
front.
Oh, do you go to you? I mean,
Hell yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be calling every
Go
day.
Trojans.
Every day,
So it's an
right?
honor.
Lori's both of her daughters.
I think confirmation
one of my
day for
babies,
transfers
yeah.
is like June 5th. Yeah, we're gonna be pushing you.
Okay.
Got to say yes
Coming
by
up.
then.
Okay.
See, 2 days after the release.
I
yeah.
know. I know. Whew, the pressure is on, but it's that time. So I'm already knowing.
It's
knowing.
that
but
time.
it's an honor.
You know,
It's an
and
honor.
just one plug for USC. I don't talk about them a lot though. Networking at USC is
Incredible. Unmatched. I know.
It is.
That's why I was like,
Right.
me?
It's no. I'm
Love
just. I mean,
Keyyz?
real talk.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I know.
It is incredible
Yeah.
the amount of connections and resources. And if you're going to do business in Southern California,
Yeah.
it's either us or the school. We call it on the dark side, which is UCLA. But
Okay.
you know,
Sissy said somebody had to go there.
somebody had to go there. No,
Yeah, it's-
no, but think about it. I'm telling you, we get a lot of transfers from Berkeley School of Music. They're a great school, though. No disrespect to
Yeah,
Berkeley.
yeah.
They're key #1, really great. But you also have to look beyond. Just the offer. Look at the faculty.
Right,
look at what
that's
they're
true.
doing. We got Evelyn Champagne King on our faculty. So,
Yay! Awesome stuff.
look at who you be studying with,
Yep.
and then also the proximity
Yeah, that's
of where
true.
you are. We've got in-depth internship programs and mentoring programs. and
Wow.
all of that.
I'm so excited, Lori.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Exactly.
I know.
Yeah, so we'll have some more news on that in the coming weeks. Coming soon, coming soon,
That
guys.
is so exciting.
Stay tuned.
Lovely,
I
lovely,
know.
lovely.
Yeah.
I had a feeling something good was going on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, one thing at a time. I'm trying to just, I don't know.
something.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's my season. I had to go through all of that to appreciate all of this and to have all of it because I don't think I was in a place to deserve it.
To
before.
receive
So,
it
yeah.
and enjoy it.
Exactly. So I'm like, the work is paying off. So I'm so grateful. Like I'm beyond grateful.
Me too. I'm
great.
excited for you.
Yeah.
Did you have any other selections that you'd like for us to share tonight? Musical selection?
I think we can end off the night with my new single, which is "Life Worth Living." This song
excited.
is just,
Got plenty
it's
of time.
probably the song I'm most proud about. I know you said what's my favorite song, but I have favorite songs for different reasons. But
Yeah.
this song is the song that I am so proud about because, for one, it's a wedding song, and like I was in that dark space of the healing, and I'm like, how am I gonna write about this love like this when I hate love? I don't want what is love? You know what I mean? And studying with my private coach. I learned that as a songwriter, you're never supposed to just like try to revisit those emotions and feel them. And you know what I'm saying? Because if you're not there, you have to develop that character. Who do you want to be right now? So, you'll probably never listen to it the same, but this song is about a dog, about loving a puppy. Because puppies, like, you walk in, they're like, they're so
They
happy.
love
Like,
you so much.
my
Yes.
owner, where have you been? So it's just a beautiful, it challenged me vocally. It has, I think, 6 modulations. I went into my R&B bag, I fully produced this song and wrote it myself 100%. It's just, I'm so incredibly proud of this song. And like I said, it's called Life Worth Living. I learned that love is the reason that life is worth living, whether that's relationship, friends, anything. So
All right.
no further ado, Life Worth Living. And we can watch the video if you have it up there. Yeah, we have a music video. So
Oh, I can't wait to see the music video.
I know, I'm excited. Excited.
What's the exclusive Black China set to face? What?
When I see your face, Oh my, 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 my. See, I just lose it, baby, 'cause you're so much more than my dreams prepared me for. Oh, and when I look at your face, boy, I can't ever seem to get away from you. Boy, I never do. 'Cause baby, I just wanna be near you all the time. 'Cause your love gives me a feeling that'll make me lose my mind. Like when you touch me, when you love me, I feel so complete. 'Cause love taught me that life is worth living. The only future I see is one that comes with you. Boy, I'll never lose. And if it is a dream I'd love, don't ever try to wake me up. 'Cause baby, who the hell wants to be old and alone now, babe? Na, 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 na. 'Cause you're my sweet remedy, and nothing satisfies like you. You're my tranquility. I love it when you're there when I come home. I never have to be alone, not anymore, not no. 'Cause you brought love my life when I needed it, and you turned it all around just when I felt defeated. So if there's anything I can do, boy, I'll do it. 'Cause your love, your love, your love got me through. So maybe I just wanna be near you all the time. 'Cause your love gives me everything I need to thrive. When you touch me, when you love me, I feel so complete. 'Cause love taught me that life is worth living. The only future I see is one that comes with you. Boy, I'll never lose. And if it is a dream I'd love, don't ever try to wake me up. 'Cause baby, who the hell wants to be old and alone? Na 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 na. Na, 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 na. 'Cause love taught me that life is worth living. The only
I love that song so much.
That is beautiful.
I don't care how angry I am. That song make me so happy. Like, shout out to the shooters. Peter Noel shot that.
Yeah. Thank you, Peter.
Thank
Yes.
you, Peter. Great
Good
job.
work. Oh my God.
Okay,
Can
you
you tell me the name
know,
of that again?
A life worth
life
living.
worth living.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
cannot lose you to anybody,
Yeah.
so we got to talk. Okay,
Please,
come on.
please. We'll talk.
Oh my God.
You're not playing around, Lori?
No, and I don't really step in often.
Yeah.
But come on.
And the thing about it is, I just even
my
go back to your
gosh.
early history in the church with your, with Keyyz, with 88,
Yeah.
88 fingers.
Yeah.
So Lori, it's just out there. This is who we are. So anyway, my sister, she just has a musical background in terms of like her commitment. Look at her eyes welting up because she sees you and what you're doing. But
Just
yeah,
amazing.
just a pianist. So Lori, we've been, how many countless, do you think, concerts
Oh,
you
I
attended?
know. A billion.
And so you know what you're
Yeah, I
watching.
know what I'm hearing.
From a child. I know because you met Mr. Turner when you were 15 years old. So I know you've been committed to this journey for
Yeah.
several years with music. And so you know what you're looking at.
Yeah, you guys, look, tell them again when the album's coming, because
Yes.
you got to buy it. You got to
June
buy it.
3rd, pre-order starts May 20th. Please be
20th.
early on that
May
pre-order. You do
20th.
not
And
want to
it's
be late.
iTunes, right?
Yes. So it starts May 20th. You have, about a week or two before the album actually comes out, and then you get instant gratification June 3rd. Yes. So,
All right, and we just go to iTunes to get that.
Yes. Yes.
right.
And
Yes.
Life Worth Living is out now. So if you want to, jam that out, learn
I
the
do,
lyrics.
right
out
now.
there.
Download that.
Life Worth
jamming.
Living is out now. There's a video. We got all of that. So
Yeah.
Get ready.
And you know what? Yeah, we've got a lot going on. And another thing too that I want to mention to you, and it's up to you. But Lord, what I'm thinking is, so that we could just have some more authentic music for the station while we're on air, and some of the background music that Rashid plays for us. So if you had any selections that you'd like to, submit to the show, we'll definitely keep you
Absolutely.
hot
That's
and
an
give you
honor,
more
yeah.
shout outs throughout the show.
We will shout you
Yeah.
out, definitely.
Thank you. I would love to. Yeah.
So we'll get all your personal info before you
For
go.
sure. Yes. That's
And we'll just do that, Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thank you. You
Oh my
deserve so
God.
much more.
I'm trying. I've been working so hard on this, and we're doing everything we can to make sure the rollout is just perfect. So I have high hopes, and it's gonna be great.
It's
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 gonna heal
beautiful.
somebody. It's gonna touch somebody. So that's all I'm worried about. So I'm excited. I'm just.
So
Oh, you
I'm
should
happy,
be.
y'all. You can see just from the ceilings
Yeah.
performance that was back in November to this was recent. You know what I'm saying? Just the musicianship has, in that little time, it's
You're
just.
not messing around, huh?
Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm taking my craft seriously. I'm ready,
Well, it
so.
shows.
But look, Lori,
It definitely
and
shows.
to see you on fire, Lori, she blessed us. She chose
She
us.
did. Yes, the
to come with
POJ
us.
show.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
the
such
vibes
an
were just so
honor.
nice last time. I was like, I could see that working. Let me do that. Let me come back. Let me do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially a lady
Yes.
of your
So
caliber,
thank you.
huh,
Yes.
Lori?
This is incredible. I mean, you're such an inspiration for our listeners.
For me.
Thank you.
Just your personal story, your journey, your courage. That's the most important thing. And it's tough. I'm
It
sure
is.
you've experienced being a woman of color.
Yeah.
The obstacles are even greater.
So many obstacles, you
Yeah.
know.
But the way you deliver your art, it's like those barriers. It's like you don't even forget.
Right, what
Like they don't even
barriers?
exist. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
You just on
that's
the
what
journey
makes it worth
of the
it for
ride.
me. Yeah, that's what makes it worth it. So it's difficult, but we're here. I can say that I completed an album from start to finish and told the story how I wanted to tell it, and I'm just so happy. It just makes no sense. I'm tapping my leg because I'm just oh,
That's
so happy.
great.
It's just.
I like when
gonna
you
be
say,
great.
"I'm proud of my work. I'm proud of myself."
I am, because I don't give myself that credit, and just to finally be able to say okay, I see it and I can appreciate it in real time versus 10 years later, I'm like, I wish I would have gave myself some props for that. That was actually good. You know what I mean? Just appreciating the journey. So,
Well, POJ wants to be there at the listening party.
I know.
oh yes,
We gotta be there,
release,
Rashid.
all of that.
I'm gonna send you the date,
please don't play around.
formal invite tomorrow.
Okay, for real.
I just
right.
booked the venue yesterday. So,
All right.
I love movers
It's gonna be
and shakers.
Yes, I know it's gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be
so
just a
pretty.
great, raw experience. So I'm so excited. Okay.
Like, we gotta get our outfits together. I mean, I have to go on a diet. I need to get into the gym.
No, it's all good.
More
you know.
kickbacks for me. Thank you.
It's gonna be great. So yeah, I'll send you the formal invite by Monday at the latest.
For
But
sure. Rashid, that
that's
sounds
great.
exciting.
That's
doesn't
exciting.
yeah,
Right.
You're over
right.
Super exciting.
It's gonna be great.
Right.
I think there's some gossip Rashida's sitting on. Is there something you want to gossip about?
I know. I feel like it. Look at him.
He said,
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a celebrity boxing fight that's gonna be coming up June 11th. It will be Black China taking on Alyssa Megan. And
Is this real?
I'm for real.
yes, this is a real celebrity.
Like boxing, hitting people in the
Yes.
face box?
Yes. Yes, like actual boxing. It's just this will literally be celebrity boxing.
Who's Alicia?
She
Alicia.
is a Instagram model. She's the
Okay.
one on the left built
Like a brick house.
right. Meanwhile, you got Black China just
Being
built like
Black
a
China. This is gonna be wild. Huh?
Okay, Keys, you gotta promise me you never do celebrity boxing.
"Oh no, that ain't my
It's
thing.
just-
That is not. Look, I like to just be, kind of behind the scenes, but kind of not.
Oh, but
Nah.
you know,
Might
she
be a
just had that
boxer.
lawsuit with her in-laws. Well, not in-laws, but her baby
She
daddy
lost
people's. Yeah. So she got to get that bread. You got to get the money.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
What Gabriel say? Money. Good evening. You do your things, Rashid.
All right. This is the Poetry Justice Show. May I ask who is on the line, please?
Miria Howard.
Miss Howard. How are you, Miss Howard? Good evening.
I'm good. How are you?
We're great. Thank you for calling. Miss Howard, are you here for the lovely Love Keys?
I actually just saw your live on TikTok on my For You page.
Oh my goodness!
Yay!
Crazy.
Cool.
Welcome. Thank you for calling in. Oh my
What's up with
goodness.
you guys?
Nothing much. We're just having a good time. How are you? Thank you for tuning in.
I'm good. I'm at work.
Yeah. Are we getting you through your work day or night? It's night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where are you
I'm a
from?
security officer, so I don't really do anything.
Yeah.
That is a lot. You're securing the perimeter.
Right.
That's a
Those
lot.
Secure
are
the
long
area.
hours. Those
Yeah,
are long
back on.
hours.
It's a
Yeah.
great thing if nothing happens.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
that's
right,
the part.
right.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Wow, that is
Yeah.
so amazing. Thank you for tuning in with us and being here with us. I hope you're enjoying, and yeah, we're excited. Hope you're excited as well.
Did you get a chance to hear the
course.
songs? Did you get the chance to hear Miss Love Key sing?
I have not yet. I would like to.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll make sure we get you some music. Yeah, 'cause especially if you got a long shift, we got some stuff for you to hear. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm here 3 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Oh,
That's a long
oh
shift.
my.
Right. That's a long shift. Yeah, yeah. Thank you
Good
for
16 hours.
16.
That's how much time are you spending sometimes in that studio, Love Key?
Man, just working it, and my head gets to hurting, and I'm like, you know what? I can't sing no more. I'm tired.
Your little eyes start hurting, I bet.
Yeah, I'm like, can I get a nap? Maybe 10 minutes, just rest my eyes. But yeah, yeah,
That is awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I can suggest a song for you to start with, it would have to be my song called Life Worth Living. It's like a wedding song. It just came out. It's fresh on the new album. So yeah, I think you will absolutely enjoy that. It's called Life Worth Living by Love Keys.
And she can get that on YouTube, right, Love
Yep,
Keys?
YouTube, Spotify. You can watch the video if you want on YouTube, and then Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all the platforms.
Now, Love Keys, I'm going to ask something. You may say no.
Uh-oh.
What about just a couple of bars of live singing here?
Okay, I
Listening.
didn't warm up, but
Thank you,
What
Peter.
a
God
bless.
bless you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
yeah, give us something.
ooh, I did
good.
not warm up. Okay,
So excited.
I'm trying to think. Of what
Okay, Miss Howard, listen now. You listening?
Yay.
Okay.
I'm all ears.
All right, here we go.
Okay, let's see. We'll kind of start from Life Worth Living. So
There we go.
So maybe I just wanna be near you all the time. 'cause your love gives me a feeling that'll make me lose my mind. Like when you touch me and when you love me, I feel so complete. 'Cause love taught me that life is worth living. The only future I see is one that comes with you, boy. I'll never lose. And if it is a dream I'd love, don't ever try to wake me up. 'Cause baby, who the hell wants to be old and alone? No, 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 no.
Okay, friend.
Thank you, girl.
Tell everybody about us, Miss Howard.
Yes,
we love you
please
for calling
do.
us.
Thank you so much.
I
We
will
appreciate
for sure.
you. And have a wonderful night. Be safe. Thank you so much.
Now, Miss Howard, don't forget to get your album. You can pre-order it on iTunes on May 20th.
Yes.
That's Love Keyyz.
This Friday coming up.
Life worth living.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Bless
you.
Miss Howard. Have a good
Yes.
night.
Yes. Thank you so
You
much.
too.
Oh, thank you for blessing us with
Wow,
that.
that's just
Oh my
know.
gosh, girl.
like,
Look at that. You got me
literally,
teary-eyed up in here.
I know,
You go.
like, just one person is all that matters
That's
to
the-
me.
that's-
You know, like, yes, of course. My last project hit the charts. I want to do that again. That's great. We're gonna try to do that. But just one person, you know, genuinely appreciating it and loving it and calling in.
You see
like,
that?
I'm like, for me.
Yeah.
They calling in for y'all. You calling for me?
But you gave up the phone.
They are calling for you.
She's up. Saw you
Oh,
on
my
TikTok.
goodness. Yeah, I'm on. Oh,
You
yeah.
sing?
I should probably talk about that just quickly.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness, the last time I saw you guys is when I first started live streaming on TikTok, right?
Oh my God.
So I had 3,500 followers, and today I have 16,000.
That's what I'm talking about, sis.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, and you know, I live stream on there and I sing and play piano and just have a good time. And you know, just the people that I've met and touched, you know, through this process, it made it so much more fulfilling. And what's funny, actually, I tested this song on TikTok, like playing
you
it
did?
live.
Yeah.
They're like, when that coming out? I'm like,
Exactly.
I don't know. And then I'm like, they're like, can you sing that one song? I don't remember how it go, but it's something about love, life worth living or something. I'm like, okay, I'll do it again. And then they wanted it, and that kind of was the motivation behind the single. So, yeah.
You got to give the people what they want.
You have
Yes.
to.
Oh, thank you so much. Wow, thank you to everyone tuning in live. Thank you for the roses, the gifts, guys. She said, hey, that's us. Yes. Shout out to my TikTok family. Shout out to Bisa, Michael, all of you guys. Like, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, you deserve it, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my God. That just made my day. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. That's it.
See, and I'm so happy she took the time to call
I know
Thank
you
you, Mir.
did take the time to call.
Yeah, that's so appreciated.
Louise, tell people how they can follow you, like your social media handles.
Yes, I am on all platforms at Love Keyyz. That is LOVEKEYYZ. LOVEKEYYZ. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, but I'm mostly just on TikTok and Instagram. So, but also streaming platforms, Facebook, everything. So
Yeah.
it's all the same. LoveKeyyz.com. If you ever just get lost, YouTube, all of it. So yes.
How do you manage your social media? Do you do it mostly yourself? Do you have some people help you with it? Kind of.
I do it myself, and it's because I more so enjoy it. I think, you know, later on down the line when things become more, you know, busy, I'll probably have someone help. But I just love that part of, you know, being personal and talking to people and just staying, you know, into with
Connected.
everything. Yeah. So I manage everything myself. I mostly, you know, I manage everything as far as I put the music on there and it's done. But as far as being very active, like I said, TikTok and Instagram are those that I'm on every day. So you can always find me and contact me there. I live stream on TikTok Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. So have like a little consistent schedule. And we just vibe out. And we, at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is
Okay.
midnight Eastern. So I kind of cater to the more third shift people. But,
Right.
you know, sometimes I go during the day. But that's like my set
your
schedule.
standard
Every
times.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can count on it, unless
Something, yeah.
out of town or something like that. But yeah, and we sing and just have a good time and network, and yeah.
See, that's so much fun.
It
That's
is,
so exciting.
like,
It's good.
that
When you
just-
get out in front of the camera, it does make a difference.
It does. And it's like, even if it is a gig, I'm on there every night consistently, and, you can make money from it and everything. So it's like, it is a gig. But when I'm not gigging, that's like my way to stay up and to practice and meet people and work on songs, learn new songs. So they inspire me so much. Like, I'm on there and I'm just like, I don't want to learn this new song. And I'm like, you know what, let me try it. And they're like, you got it. And, people enjoy the process too. So I'm like, because, sometimes you're like, oh, I got to learn these songs to sing to them. They don't want to see me spend 5 hours on 2 parts, but they appreciate, the process. So I love to share it. So
Wow, that is so exciting. You have to just be creative. We love you more. Everybody loves you. Love Keyyz, right?
I mean, it's in the name,
that's
it's in there, it's written.
To speak life. He says, I
You
must.
must, definitely.
Even when it's bad, like I said, love exists, love is real, love is powerful. We need love. So I'm here to give it, to receive it, of it, Got to.
Thank you for sharing your love
Thank
with
you
us
for
in
having
this
me.
show.
Yes,
I
thank
know.
you. Like, I'm so excited. I appreciate y'all
That's
so
great.
much. I was
We
like-
appreciate you.
I was like, I hope they'll have me.
Are you kidding me?
Anytime. Anytime.
Lori and I,
Thank you.
like you say, just kind of going back to the beginning of us here with Kevin Nash and Yikes Radio. Lori and I were, I say, talk show homeless for a little bit. We were on
Right.
this other joint, and it was cool, it was rolling.
Yeah.
But like you say, sometimes God wants something better for you, and so we didn't know that at the
Yes.
time.
Right.
Anyway, we were like, oh my God, but it was a good thing. And when we left that one station, the owner told us, well, he told me straight up, because you got a good thing, so don't stop doing what
Yeah.
you're doing. It's like, okay, but God blessed us, and we heard about Kevin Nash, and hold on, let me stop right there. It ain't like nobody heard about Kevin Nash.
Right,
I grew up
right,
knowing
right.
about Kevin Nash,
Yeah.
KJLH. Kevin Nash is the man, So then this one, he's like, well,
man.
Jackie, you should. I'm like, Kevin Nash. I'm like, well, that's big time, Lori. Kevin Nash.
really
what?
big time.
No, right? I'm like, oh my God. So I remember I called Kevin, Mr. Nash, and he came over here. I never forget. I was so nervous. I got lost. How did we get lost coming here, Lori? I don't know. I got lost, and I was like, I had to walk down the street. Lori, you wasn't with me that day. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, I finally got here. I was late, and Kevin was like, I'm here. And I was like, oh my God. I told him about what I wanted to do, my platform, what I wanted, and he talked to me about it, and he said, yeah, it was the very first show. We first started in the room studio. There's another studio down the hallway, and a smaller studio, which was great. It was brand new. We were the very first show to go in there, and they dubbed us the Queen of Yikes Radio. So it got to be so much fun, but just not knowing what we were going to do, and God has really blessed us. All I just want to say is that, like how you say, you just never know.
You just don't.
I just know we come in here every Saturday. I give it all I got.
Yep.
I give it all I have.
Yep.
Sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to do, why I'm going to do it, but I
Right.
just know I got to do
Yep.
it. I got to
That's
do
me
it.
on there. I'm
Right.
like, some days I'm like, man, I ain't practiced. I don't know
See?
what song to sing, and you just give it what you got, and
It'll
that's all
always-
that matters. Just give it what you got, and it'll flow.
It always
will.
does.
It'll flow. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lord, you got anything? We got a little more time, yeah. You got a little more time. We got about 4 more minutes, y'all. I just wanted to tell you thank you, and thank you to everybody. Thank you, Rashid, for your time and everything that you do. I'm gonna be 100 because I just have to. Love Keyyz. I get I like you. All of the things that you were saying. Some of mostly 90% of what you spoke about resonates with me on so many levels.
Yeah.
But one of the main things is like, the radio show was so important to me, and I'm gonna just tell her, I'm not gonna go full with it, Lori, but somebody very important to me, and I don't know if that person was just having a difficult day, but when we first started out, somebody very important to me told me that your show ain't gonna be no good. Let me just be 100. Never said it out loud outside of the house.
Right.
And I was like, what? How could you dare
Literally.
say
like,
that?
How could
you
you?
say that?
Of all people,
but how can you say that?
Yeah.
Those words. How you were saying, you gotta sit back sometime and be like, what, did you just say that? Okay.
Yeah.
And then after, it just was like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. I don't care. Okay. But then I look at it like this now. If that had not been said to me, but I'd be
They
sitting
like
here
that
right
fire,
now,
yeah.
talking to you and Lori, Rashid, because I've had some crappy fucking engineer. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
You're a blessing. I mean, when I tell you a blessing, you are a blessing. Those first couple was rickety over there in that other little studio with DJs and stuff like that. And for you to be the man that you are and to be open enough to spend, like me and Lloyd, to spend your Saturday nights with me and Sissy. You know what I mean? You are a godsend to us.
No, but
you know what I'm saying?
Rashid,
Giving
you
them
are
their flowers.
consistent.
No,
You
for
are
real.
dependable. You are collaborative. And you really care about the show.
And I've watched you grow.
Yeah.
I've watched you grow as an engineer, as a contributor to the show, and you just warm my heart all the time. And he keeps me calm. Is where I was gonna go with that. Because he can tell you,
And you need that.
and he will straighten me up. He'll, Jackie,
Yep.
you're fine. Go to the bathroom, get your stuff
Right,
together.
right.
And I'm okay. You're right. I'm fine. Go to the bathroom, get myself together. You know? But
Yeah.
it takes that. You know, it takes that. It takes somebody that can pull your coattail. So all I know is I just love you guys. I love the Poetry of Justice show. It's a part of my life. It's a part of how I breathe.
Okay.
can't-
This your baby.
It's it.
Yeah. This is your child. Like, this is.
So thank you for coming.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Like,
Thank
seriously.
you for believing in my dream, Lord.
All the time, Sissy. All
Thank
the
you,
time.
Rashid, for everything you do. And thank you, Lord Rocca. I know you're not here, but love you
Yes.
with all my heart.
Thank
Big
you.
shots for Lloyd Racka.
Yeah. Well, Rashid, you can take us out. And you and Love Keyyz. Well, you got anything?
No, just you guys, May 20th. Get your album.
Yes. May
June
20th pre-order. I Could Be Dreaming the album.
Yeah, I can be there. Thank you, Rashid. Rashid,
Thank you.